Macron's honeymoon over, French leader in poll slump as he faces huge backlash over cuts. Emmanuel Macron's honeymoon period could have come to an abrupt end as resistance against his ambitious reforms has started in France with proposed strikes and protests. In May, centrist Emmanuel Macron at the age of 39 became the youngest president in the history of France and came to power on a promise of political renewal. Although he has spent recent weeks working on his international image, entertaining Donald Trump and attending summits, the cracks in his own country have begun to show. A poll released today showed his popularity had slumped by 10 points, the biggest decline for a new president since 1995. Mr. Macron has faced a backlash over his ambitious proposals to cut the military's budget by about £897 million by the end of the year. Macron is at a crucial moment, the end of the political honeymoon with voters and the beginning of the reality. Christelle Craplet, a pollster at BVA Institute in Paris, the head of the French armed forces, General Pierre de Villiers, resigned last week as he accused the president of insubordination over proposals to slash the military's budget. The army chief had a standoff with Mr. Macron over his proposed defense budget cut that he said would cripple the armed forces. He said that he no longer felt capable of assuring the continuation of the military model required to protect France. Christelle Craplet, a pollster at BVA Institute in Paris, said, "It sends a negative signal and shows dissent at the helm of the state. Macron is at a crucial moment, the end of the political honeymoon with voters and the beginning of the reality." France's second biggest union, the CGT, has called for strikes and protests in September in opposition to labor reforms. Mr. Macron faces the challenge of finding £4 billion in savings by the end of the year in order to bring the deficit under 3% of GDP as required by EU rules. Under Macron's proposals, 120,000 jobs would be cut from the French civil service, and French companies would gain more flexibility on working hours and pay. The new French Prime Minister Édouard Philippe said France was dancing on a volcano of overspending and debt as he outlined a raft of planned reforms. The poll by IFOP, published in the journal Du Dimanche newspaper, said 54% of people in France were satisfied with Macron in July, compared with 64% in June. It added the last time a newly elected president had lost ground in that way was Jacques Chirac in 1995. The IFOP poll echoed a similar finding in a recent BVA poll. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and don't forget to subscribe English News Hub for new excited videos.